Syria, once a peaceful country, and haven for people with all religions, has been ripped apart by war. A war that's going on for more than 2 years now. Thousands of people have been killed, and minorities are being forced to flee the country. It all started thanks to the so-called Free Syrian Army, which is nothing more than a collaboration between terrorist groups, and a small part who actually wants peace. Their main goal is to remove Assad from power, and remove the minorities like the Christians, or even kill them because of their religion. Not only men are being killed, but also women and children, because the opposition thinks they're on Assad's side. Not helping the terrorists means you are an enemy, even though many didn't even pick a side, but only want peace. The terrorists, who are mostly imported from other countries, thanks to money received from countries like Qatar, try to let the outside world think Assad is responsible for the war. Of course, those who follow the situation know better. Under Assad's rule, the country knew peace and was stable. Something you can't say about the countries around it. Take for example Turkey, where it is impossible to build a church. In Syria you were free to do so, and also without having to fear to be killed, like in many other parts of the Middle East. Now the terrorists have reached a new low.
Syrian state news agency Sana reported on Monday 22 of April. An armed terrorist group kidnapped Bishop Yohanna Ibrahim, head of the Syriac Orthodox Church, in Aleppo, and Bishop Bulos Yazigi, head of the Greek Orthodox Church, in Aleppo.
Christian residents of Aleppo told the AFP news agency that Ibrahim had driven in his car to the Bab al-Hawa crossing, at the Turkish border to pick up Yazigi. The border crossing is under rebel control. The car was then intercepted on its way back to Aleppo by gunmen, who killed the driver and then kidnapped the two bishops, according to the Christian community members contacted by AFP.
The following is a part of the official joint statement, which has been released by the Greek Orthodox and the Syriac Orthodox Patriarchate of Antioch, and all the East.
The Christians living here are an essential part of their lands. They suffer the pain every person suffers, work as messengers of peace to lift the injustice of every oppressed. They follow the teaching of their gospel, telling them that love is the basis of human relations. The official positions issued by the spiritual leaders of the various churches are the best expression in this respect, and the mission fulfilled by the two kidnapped bishops is but a further proof of this orientation. The Christians in this East are deeply sorrowed by what their countries are going through, namely violence that is spreading and killing the sons of the one country, and exposing their lives to various dangers, of which kidnapping, that represents one of its most horrible expressions due to its absurdity, and its jeopardizing of the lives of the peaceful and unarmed individuals. We call the kidnappers to respect the life of the two kidnapped brothers, as well as everyone to put an end to all the acts that create confessional and sectarian schisms among the sons of the one country. We understand the anxiousness of the Christians because of what happened and call them to patience, to hold on to the teachings of their faith, and to rely on God, whose strength lies in our weakness. For defending our land means, first of all, to hold on to it and to work on making it a land of love and coexistence. We are also aware that all citizens from all confessions suffer the same pain due to such acts, and we pray that the Lord may strengthen them in their difficulties. We support them to raise the voice high in refusing all sorts of violence tearing up our countries and making our hearts bleed. We support them to raise the voice high in refusing all sorts of violence tearing up our countries and making our hearts bleed. In this painful situation, we can but call the whole world to try putting an end to the Syrian crisis, so that Syria becomes again a garden of love, security and coexistence. Settling accounts should not happen at the expense of the human beings who live here. We also call all the churches in the whole world to stand fast in the face of what is going on, and witness to their faith in the power of love in this world. It is necessary to take steps that reflect their refusal to all kinds of violence, hitting the human beings living in the East. we take the opportunity to call our partners in citizenship, from all Islamic confessions, to stand hand in hand, work on refusing the misuse of man and deal with him as a product, a shield in the battles or a means for monetary or political bribery. Finally, we address the kidnappers, and tell them that those whom they kidnapped are messengers of peace in this world. Their religious, social and national work witnesses for them. We call them to deal with this painful accident, away from any tension that serves only the enemies of this country. We pray the Lord in these blessed times, so that this crisis quickly ends and that the souls of all our brothers and sisters regain their security and peace, so that our country enjoys the prosperity and peace it deserves.
Signed by Patriarch John X. Yazigi and Patriarch Mar Ignatius Zachariah Iwas. Till this day, the two bishops are still kidnapped by the terrorists who are part of the coalition. Let us all hope our two brothers will be released, and Syria will again be the country it once was, thanks to Assad, who was able to create peace.